What's up, fellow van builders? It's Scott. Welcome back to Vandingo. Today we're working on infrastructure still. In this case, it's the water inlet. And I went with this, I think it's an Australian or New Zealand outfit that's called Aquor. So that is your inlet piece right there. And it's a specialized channeled lock-in filler that allows you to connect it to a hose, and that's sealed all the time until you do this and turn on your water. And in my case, I'm putting it kind of up in this area here, and I'll show you on the inside of the van, because this is above the actual water tank, which is what I've read is the way you want to do it. This is a little bit more money than a whole host of alternative options out there that are very similar to like the RV city water, but I chose this one because I like the build quality. Let me show you all the parts and pieces I'm going to use for this build effort. All right, so here's that Aquor system. I'm going to cut using this jig the two pieces of backer board. I'm going to glue these two together, and then I'm going to drill the hole that'll be the same size as this hole, right, through the van. I'm going to drill it through this combined piece of ply glued together. So I've got the drill ready to go for that. And these two pieces, when they're glued together, will go on the inside of the van, and this will be on the outside of the van. So you've got, picture the wood, my fingers are the wood, and then you'll drill into that just like you would do, or for the Max Air dome fan I put in, and other installations that are similar. And you can see that on my channel. So for this process, we're going to use this equipment. We're also going to have safety first with glasses, right? The various equipment you need along the way. And I think it's a good step to show you next where I see this measured, because I've got this a specific length, these pieces of plywood, and I can show you how I got to that from inside the van. Let's take a look. So right behind here, there's a reinforcement, and then below that is the area where I plan to have this water line come out. So I've given myself enough room on that wood sort of backer board that it'll fit in about right there. And I'm going to drill the hole that way. I'm going to build myself a pretty significant tape enclosure here for the metal debris, and then clear everything out, deburr it, paint the inside of the drilled out hole, and then begin the process of mounting this back in. So I've got a few things to do to prep first, like put that plywood board together and cut the hole in here. And so let's get after those next steps. All right, so let's pick a bit out of the cornucopia of bit options. This is one of my favorites for wood. All right, I got eye protection on, so let's go first cut. Okay. All right. Take that blade out, nice and hot. Now, we're going to sandwich these two with some wood glue. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'd like the screws, when they go in, to not have threads poking out. So between, you can see that one screw there, between that screw, the outside sheet metal, the flange of the Aquor water inlet, that should easily be buried totally inside the wood. Just, you don't have to do it that way, but for me, it's a cleaner, sort of a cleaner install, I guess. So I'm gonna get some wood glue for that. All right, as per usual, the wood glue I have is not moving around in there at all. And it might be that it's just shot, but I'm thinking if I can mix it up a bit. So far, I'm not getting any sense that that is going to flow as a wood glue. So that's trash. I don't know about you guys, but I love the glue industry. I don't know of a single glue container that's made that's meant to ensure that the remaining glue stays viable so that you can use it on a future job. It's almost like they've got all their expert engineers bent towards open this baby once and it's going to turn rock hard, and maybe they do a nice job with the branding, and then, you know, throw this thing that's rock hard away and go buy more. So if somebody could tell me what is the magical approach, you put this in a Ziploc. I've heard people, they boil it in hot water and they can get it to come back, but that seems like an awful lot of work. So you end up buying this stuff over and over and over and over, unfortunately, which I know that business, they love it. All right, that's still flowing. It's because this is fairly new. Okay. After that rant, that worked perfectly. Thanks, Gorilla Glue. All right, let's get this baby on here. And I'm going to get a clamp going on this thing to get it to set. I'm telling you, it's the glue business. It's the caulking business. Anybody know how to make sure half-used caulk is still available for reuse? Because those tubes constantly turn rock hard. Even though I tape the bottoms, I tape the tops. I mean, I got to be doing something wrong. If somebody out there's got the trick, put something in the comments section of this video so that we can all learn from it, please. Okay, why you keep moving? All right, so I am a wee bit impatient, and I'm going to move forward on this one. It's definitely not as wide as this next piece. Yeah, it's through, I believe. It's not dry yet, but we're through. So let's leave that there. One thing I do want to check is whether or not this hole is big enough. So I need to come all the way up the thick part of this flange, right? You got a thinner part and a thick part right here, and it's going to be fine. So we still have steel on the outside. This will be on the inside, and then we'll screw it together. Good, that worked out great. If I go up too high, I can feel this rocking on the sheet metal bend. And so I have more room to come down here, and I'm going to, as long as it stays above the height of the tank, water tank, which it is. It's also I think about it, I can feel the bend right there. The other issue in the way is some sound deadening. So I'm thinking I can clamp around that. So I'm going to put it right here. So dozer bits on. What I'm going to do is try to get this pilot hole through there and then apply some tape on the other side. Wow, it moved a lot. Way past middle. Middle of that hole was right there. Oh. We got daylight. Okay. We are definitely through. And there is that piece of metal right there. So cleanup time. Before we get the vacuuming started, I'm going to take this deburring tool, both from the outside coming in and the inside going out, and take the burrs off this. We are going to put a coat of Krylon paint shooting from this side out, maybe a little bit from the other direction, very little, because I can get spray all over the side of the van. So as a matter of fact, I'll probably tape that, scratch that. After I get this all cleaned up, I'm going to tape it again and paint it, because I don't want, frankly, I don't want paint splatter on the outside of the van. So you're going to see this deburring tool come through on your side, camera side. I'm just taking the tape off here. And it did a nice job of grabbing chunks of metal. So it did its job over here on this side. All right. So here's the deburring tool. And we're simply making it smooth, taking the burrs off. So, when we apply the paint, you don't got an oddball edge where the paint's gonna go. And hopefully you got nothing cutting into the pipe we're putting in as well. That's quite a bit of metal that we've saved from spreading around the inside of the van. So now, vacuum cleaner. All right, now we are going to apply the tape to this outside to cover the hole once again, because we're going to paint. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell? All of a sudden, we got the paint nozzle flying off the Krylon. That is bull crapola. So, check that out. That's not good form. That's just too much damn paint. Coming out. Okay. Yeah, got to get that off and clean that up because that is a major drip. The head of the nozzle of the Krylon just popped off and went crazy everywhere. There we go. Look at that. I almost put that in backwards. That's not how that goes. Get that turned around appropriately. Okay. All right. That's going to look thusly. Try to get that Aquor lined up straight. For those of us like me who've got OCD, it has to be just right. And then I don't want to, actually, you know what I think I'll do? I'm going to take this gasket off because it's going to go back on, but when you put a drill bit in there, I think it'll grab. So I'm going to start with that. Make sure that's straight. I think what I can do, let's see, electrician tape might be strong enough to pull this off. I don't think painter's tape will be. Just trying to get a little bit of precision in the holes. Okay, so this is pretty good. Now I need to go inside the van and push this in and hopefully get it to stay while I drill the holes in and into this block as well. It's the same issue I had with the Max Air Dome fan, and just, you know, taping the back is not doesn't get the job done. That trick doesn't work. So probably we'll apply some glue and then somehow be able to put some pressure on the back of it while I drill in. Hopefully is the way to get it done. So it's all about crazy contraptions. Check that out. That piece of wood right there, I've got it positioned against that 80-20 as the mosquitoes dive bomb me. So I'm hopeful that I'm not pushing the sheet metal out on the outside of the van. I'm going to go take a look at that, but I think I can start drilling these in and screwing it down. All right. Okay. We're a done deal. That is stout. That is secure. Nice and secure. Okay. All right, gang. This install's done. Placed it here because the over-the-wheel water tank by Northwest Conversions is on this side of the van. A lot of cases, if you pull into a park, whatever, it's got RV hookups, the water's on the other side. So this is closest to the end of the van. You can get a hose around and put it right in here to do your fill up. And the other important piece is all the recommendations I saw about having this above the tank itself. So that's why I placed it so high. I would have preferred to like put it right here and make it even with this. But there's a strut, there's an interior strengthening pillar in there that is not going to allow this to come all the way through on the inside, so it had to come here. I had an option to put it down further over the top of the tank, But then I thought about, you know, the cumbersomeness of putting the hose around if you needed to fill it up down there on that side. The Aquor is in. All right, gang, that's a quick one. That's the total install of the Aquor freshwater inlet. More plumbing inside to do to connect it to the tank, to Northwest Conversion's 30 plus gallon freshwater tank that I've got on the inside. So more to come from that perspective, but I just wanted to share with you, in my opinion, this high quality product. It's from Amazon. I want to say it was about $90, and you got 2 of these in case you lose one. And easily put a freshwater hose on the outside of this and then, you know, click it in. Simple as that. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something from this. Appreciate you tuning in. There's going to be more van build videos to come, I assure you, because we got work to do to get this thing off the driveway and out into the wild, so to speak. Thanks for being with me. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe and click that little bell and it'll notify you when the next video is coming down the pipe. So as always, be good. See you soon. Bye-bye.